What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. This is the Poco F3. It's in the $400 range of a phone. This is the 8GB model with 256 gigabytes of storage. So for the Poco F3, it's the highest model that you can get. Before we take a look at the phone, let's take a look at what comes inside of this box. And right off the top, in this little box here, we're gonna get a case. Little plastic bendy case right there. Some terms and conditions, some Poco stickers, and a SIM card ejector tool so you can get your SIM card out. And then inside here, you're gonna get your charger and your USB-C cord. And the Poco F3 is a plastic phone, which to me is not a big deal at all. I'm not concerned with what the back is made of. Is it nicer and does it feel more quality when it's metal or glass on the back? Yeah, it is, but ultimately doesn't really matter. Most people put a case on like myself, so not a huge deal. I think the camera design is actually pretty neat. Looks very stylish. You don't get a headphone jack at all. You do get stereo speakers, so you can see some speakers there and down there. And then you get your USB-C charging. SIM card. On the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, you get your volume up and down, and you get your power button. And that is pretty much it. Nothing on the left-hand side. I'll put the specs on the screen for this one. You can pause it if you want, but ultimately you're getting a 6.67 inch 1080p plus display, 48 megapixel main camera, 8 gigabytes of RAM if you get the top model, 4520 milliamp battery, Snapdragon 870, 8 gigabytes of RAM in this model, and 1300 nits of brightness for the display with 120 hertz AMOLED. So performance on this phone is very good. I thought, it was really snappy. The 120 hertz display works really well with this. I mean, you could see a little bit of stutter in there, especially if you're comparing this to a top model kind of Snapdragon 888. Yeah, it doesn't feel as smooth as that, but overall, I think for most people, it's going to work very well. We'll open up some social media apps like I always do here. If you're just looking to scroll through Instagram and click on people's Instagram, it's Crystal Lara, another YouTuber. Zoom in on that purple phone. Looks great. Looks fantastic. Open up Facebook here. And scrolling is very smooth. Twitter. Again, same kind of stuff here. Let's click on somebody's stuff here. How about Max? Max is a nice guy. Beautiful photo of his, it looks like a Z Fold 2 if I'm not mistaken. So overall, just performance and that kind of stuff works great. We'll play a game here. I never played this game before, but we'll put the block game in here real quick. I'm gonna turn the volume down just for any copyright issues. Go into classic mode. And again, I've never really played this, so if I am bad, oh, can't do that. Ooh, I guess right there, maybe. And then right here. Oh, okay, back to the game. Whoa. But you can see like regular games like this are very smooth. So whatever you're trying to do, you can see it just runs really well within the operating system. And opening up apps, I'll go to a website real quick. We'll see how fast that loads. Go to the Yahoo website. Loads very quickly. Go to ESPN. There you go. Again, very quick. Go to eBay. Oops, go back in here. Let's load up Amazon. This loads up websites very fast. There you go. So no problems with performance, just a day-to-day basis. It's gonna be very spectacular. Software experience, let's check that out. So on the home screens itself, you swipe over, you're gonna get your Google feed, which is great. One of the favorite things about this, I like seeing Google feed on the left-hand side. When you swipe up, you get your, apps, and they're categorized if you want them up here by different categories. You can even click this and you can choose, looks like different backgrounds. You can do an icon pack. You can do customized layout. You can change your app drawer in here. Hide your notification badges. You can change those if you want. Put a number or circle. Hide your app icons. Going back to the home screen, you can come in here and you have wallpapers, bunch of wallpapers. And the cool thing about this phone with these Poco phones is that you get like a dedicated store for free and paid wallpapers and themes, so that you can customize this phone as much as you want, to the point where it'll change the sounds, it'll change your wallpaper, icons, fonts, all with the click of a button. And there's a lot of free ones in here. There's paid ones as well. This is a free one. The first one I just showed you was a paid one, but ultimately, you know, not bad. It's kind of cool to easily be able to customize your phone very, very easily. You also can add widgets, obviously, like you can with any Android phone. Settings, so you can change the transition effects if you want. You can set your default screen. Again, just basic kind of Android stuff. Fill empty cells so that when you have your apps, they all kind of line up all together rather than having empty spaces. You can lock the home screen layout, hide icons, and go to more. And we just were in here before. But yeah, very, customizable software in that regard. Here's your quick toggles up here, very common Android type ones. You have a scanner. If you want to scan a document in, you just tap that and you can scan a document. It'll turn it into like a PDF or something. You also have all your normal ones like brightness, Bluetooth, flashlight if you want. Screenshot button, dedicated screenshot. You press that and it'll take a screenshot of whatever screen it's on. I like that. You have your screen recorder. So you press that and it'll, it's at the bottom here. It'll start screen recording whatever you're doing. When you're done, to stop it. And there you go. You can send that video off to somebody of your screen. Cast, me share, hotspot. So definitely a lot of settings in there. Go into settings itself. You can check your about the phone, and you can come in here and you can check your, as you can see, I'm using 25 gigs of 256 gigabytes of storage. And then also within here, you're going to see all your specs. You can tap on that and you can check all the specs you have. 8 gigs of RAM, octa-core 3.2 gigahertz processor. It's running Android 11. And I like when companies do this. They show like the actual specs of your phone really easy. You can factory reset, backup, and restore. This is your system app updater. So if you want to update your system apps in here from Poco, you just come in here and do that. You got your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connection shares. Oh, so you do have always on display and lock screen, and there's customizations for that. I have it on right now. You can turn it on and off. You can do a signature right now. Mine will say Greggles TV. Let's just see if it turns on real quick. There you go. Mine shows Greggles TV. Where am I? There we go. Whoops. And you have a bunch of analog clocks if you want to change it to that, or a kaleidoscope with a time, or a digital clock, or you can select different backgrounds. So very, when I like when phones are customizable, but they're easy to customize. You can raise your phone. When you raise your phone, you can turn it on to wake it up. You can double tap to turn on the screen. I love all those things. Launching the camera by, it says double press the volume down button to open the camera. I like when it's the power button instead, but still, be able to open the camera very, very quickly. Display has dark mode and light mode. You can schedule your dark modes. You get your brightness levels. You get your reading modes. Color scheme, you can change it. I currently have it set to saturated because I like those saturated colors, but you can set it to, I think it's set to auto by default. You can also go into advanced settings and do it there. Refresh rate, you can run it at 60 Hertz if you want better battery life, but not as smooth as an experience, or 120 if you want the ultimate experience of smoothness with your phone. What else we got in here? We have like I showed you earlier, home screen, wallpaper, and themes. You can go in there and customize your phone. Battery and performance. You got your Me account, your Google stuff. And special features. We'll go in special features real quick. You can turn on game turbo mode if you want to get like the ultimate performance when you're in a game. You got your video toolbox, special effects and features for video playback, and turn that on and off. You got floating windows. So press and hold and then drop down a notification to open it in a floating window. So if you get a notification, you can press and hold it and drag it down and it'll open up into a floating window. And then second space. Set a designated screen lock 4-second space, separate and secure your data. So you can kind of have a second screen with a different lock screen if you want to have different data or hide it from your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your kids, if you have some adult themed stuff on there. So yeah, software experience is quite nice. This is the recent apps button. You can go into cleaner and security clean and deep clean and manage apps. You can run multiple apps at once by doing a split screen. I'll do that, Chrome. So you got 2 windows right there. You should be able to do it this way as well, unless my auto lock is off. Is my auto lock on? Make sure auto lock is on. Why isn't it flipping? Lock orientation, yeah, so it was. So there you go. It should go this way now. There you go. So you can do it that orientation as well. But yeah, running multiple apps is no problem at all with this phone. Fingerprint sensor. You saw I had a little bit of issue unlocking it a second ago. Sometimes it works really well. I don't know. I added it, and it's working great now. I guess it's just sometimes the way you hit it. So I would say it's definitely fast. Just sometimes, I don't know, I have an issue with it. I'm not sure why. But otherwise, it's working perfectly fine right now. Let's check out the speakers. So I'm going to open up a YouTube app. Greggles TV in here.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is an update that came to Good Lock. 2 updates within there, and they're both within the Home Up module. Now, if you want to download Good Lock, all you got to do is open up your Galaxy Store. Find the Galaxy Store on your phone, search for Good Lock, and install it if you don't already have it.
So the speakers, I wouldn't say are very full sound, and they sound a little hollow, especially for stereo speakers. They are definitely not the best speakers. They sound better than a mono speaker a lot of the time, but they just don't have a ton of bass, I feel like. But the screen, you can see I'm playing this video in 4K 60 right now, and just to show you that I am, there you go, 2160 by 460. So it shows you that I'm playing it, and it's handling it absolutely fine. And that shows off performance and quality of the display. Obviously, you get the cutout for the camera right there. So there you guys go. But yeah, I think the screen is a pretty screen. Let me just go. Right now I have it on, it's probably on about 65% brightness, and I can see it pretty good. When we drop it down to 50, not that bad. I would like it to be a little bit brighter. But ultimately, I think if you keep in that 65 to 70 range, I think you'll be pretty happy with the brightness of this display. Now, obviously, this phone has some cameras here. So I'm going to show you off some sample photos and videos that I took with the back cameras and with the front camera, so you get an idea of how that all looks. Hey, what is up? This is the front camera of the Poco F3, and it only goes up to 1080p 30. Let me do a little walk around test. I'm gonna walk backwards, make sure I don't trip over anything. Say hello to Miss Shokalini. Hi, Shoko. Hi, Shoko. And yeah, it's too bad a lot of these phones don't have 4K in the front. I would love it. I love 4K in the front. That sounds dirty, but it's not. It's honest. It's true. Here we go with the back. This is in 4K, giving you a better idea. If you see any difference versus 1080p on the front, 4K on the back. This is the main camera. Walking around a little bit. How do the microphones sound? How does this look? I'll walk into a dark environment a little bit. Probably won't really be able to see me if I walk too far that way, but this is the front camera, like I said. Here is the ultra wide. I'm gonna pan around my office a little bit so you can see. Pretty lights, a little bit of the guitar. How does that all look? Beautiful. Back to me. Ta-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da. How does it look? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you're curious which apps come pre-installed on the phone, it actually has quite a few pre-installed apps. This is just the games folder. I didn't install any of these games, and these all come like pre-installed, or they show up on here. You can uninstall them if you want. So for instance, if I don't want PUBG, I can just press and hold it, go to app info, and uninstall the game. But yeah, a lot of apps kind of come in pre-installed in this that I wouldn't want. AliExpress comes pre-installed. Netflix. It's another game. They get their music app. I mean, they get you're gonna get Me apps and also Google apps as well on top of that. But other than that, yeah, there's like not a ton of apps, but a bunch of apps that I don't really need or care for. So for around 400-ish bucks, the Poco F3, especially this 8GB version, I can't talk about 6GB because I didn't have it, but this 8GB version with 256 gigs of storage runs really well. The display is really pretty. I think the camera, takes decent photos and decent videos, well enough to pass and be a primary phone for a lot of people. I like the fact that it has good customizations and easy customizations for the software itself. The quick toggles are what you would expect. You're not getting anything more or anything less really within there. It's great. I think in terms of like what you get, it's perfectly fine for what you're looking for and how it runs and everything. It's a very serviceable, good, solid phone. So if you want to pick this up, I'll link it down below. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the Poco F3, and we'll see you guys down the road. Peace.